funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, high late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and reconnect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress and bring me looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Test. Let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Salute, everybody. Salute. Welcome. Welcome. Appreciate y'all tuning in on this fine Thursday. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Man, look here. We got some stuff to talk about. we got some stuff to talk about, man, for real. We got stuff to talk about Artette and BM, man. And I hate to be the guy to say I told you so, but I literally had told y'all so for real. I literally did. I literally did. I literally did. I literally had told y'all how they was going to react to this. I really did. I honestly told y'all this. Y'all remember the last couple of videos I did when I was reacting to Pop the Balloon, right? And I started noticing certain things that Artette and BM were doing or saying and stuff, right? Now keep in mind, I am that type of person that I'm very analytical and I listen to key things and keywords that people say all the time. So I notice the small details, right? I notice subtle things that they said right now. I'm like, oh, sounds like some bullshit.
That's bullshit.
And I called it out. I called it out when I was doing my reactions on the videos. And notice this, y'all. I have not reacted to a Pop the Balloon episode since earlier this year. That was the last time I reacted to any other one Pop the Balloon episodes because I started seeing a change into their content and stuff. Which we're gonna get into all that, y'all. We're gonna get deep into this, and I'm gonna give y'all my honest perspective on all this. All right. So those of y'all who don't know what's going on, the Pop the Balloon episodes with Artette and BM. Artette and BM had decided to issue out copyright claims on Reactor channels, okay? I was one of the Reactor channels, and there's a whole lot of other Reactor channels that got a copyright claim as well, too. So let me show y'all what was sent to me. I'm not going to show y'all the email. I'm going to actually show you my YouTube studios and show you exactly how that looks, okay? So check this out. Check this out real quick. All right, so matter of fact, I do full screen. All right, so this is how my YouTube studios look, right? So since I am monetized, right, I can elect to either have videos be monetized or not. So this is my whole playlist of the Pop the Balloons that I reacted to. It's a lot of some of these videos right here. This is not their actual content. There's other people who did Pop the Balloon episodes. All right. So check this out. So each of the videos that you see, right, where it say ineligible, I literally had got a copyright claim on that video. Now, when you want to hover on this, right, it'll show copyright claim. When you go into details, it shows this. It shows what it says. It says here what happened. The video can't be monetized. A copyright claim on the video. Blah blah blah. Right. Then it says the copyright claim on your video does not affect your channel, and it's not a actual strike. All right. So they are allowing people to still play the video on your said channel, right? But the problem is that even though you could play the video, you cannot be monetized for the said content, all right? And so this shows the detail right here. If you click on it, it shows you on details right here. And you can see all the timestamps that the video was playing, pretty much the whole down video, all right? So it shows this right here. Then also it shows this, the claimants right here. Artette and BM decided to partner with Reactor Limited. So we're gonna get into details about who they are and stuff too, but they went into partnership with them, right? And they the one who actually issued the copyrights on behalf of Artette and BM. All right. So every last one of my videos that I did a reaction to says the same exact thing. Now, to be honest with y'all, I too much don't care because as you can see with my views and stuff, right? Due to my current niche that I'm in right now, a lot of my audience really didn't, like the Pop the Balloon. They tune into it every once in a while, but they wasn't really into it at all. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a big deal to me. But there are other content creators who literally built their channel around Artette and BM Pop the Balloon videos. And so these other content creators, such as Tippydale, such as Kites, they literally built a platform around their content. So they had also got these copyright claims on here where they no longer could be monetized. But however, they saying that, hey, you could play our content, but you're just not going to get paid for using our content.
That's bullshit.
I want y'all to understand this, all right? I also want y'all to understand how YouTube works, okay? For it's like Reactor channels. See, there is a unseen business partnership with the original content creators and Reactor channels, okay? This is the unseen partnership. The unseen partnership is this. The original content creator put out certain type of content, right? They put it out. They share it on their respective channels, whether it's YouTube, whether it's IG, whether it's TikTok, or wherever the case may be, right? They put this content out there. Then you get Reactor channels who sees the content, right? And they react to it. And how the way they react to it is that they'll literally do what is known as transformative content. So they'll literally take the content and repurpose it and put it onto their channel. By them doing that right, they are creating another type of reaction to the content, meaning that when people see the content, right, it causes people to want to know more about the content. So therefore, other subscribers, they'll go to the original content and watch the content. So it's like a great circle of life on YouTube. The original content creator put out the content, the Reactor channels transform the content, right? And then the viewers of the transforming the content look at it, then they go to the original source of the content. All right? That's how the way it works. That's how the way the unseen partnership works. Now, for years, BM and Artette had allowed the Reactor channels to literally react to their content for years without saying nothing. In fact, there have been plenty of videos where Artette and BM was literally thanking the content creators. They're like, hey, we appreciate the young reactors for reacting to our content. And they said it over and over and over again. Nothing wrong with that, correct? But check this out. One day, BM and Artette felt like that the content that they was pushing out, right, wasn't good enough. What do I mean? Even though they had reached to a certain level where they want to be at, which is at 1 million subscribers, right, they felt like that's not good enough for them. They wanted to do something even more. Guess what they end up doing? They end up signing a deal with Netflix. They signed a deal with Netflix where Netflix had literally took a portion of their content and incorporate it into their being. Now, I also want y'all to understand this. Artette and BM are not the original creators of the Pop the Balloon series, all right? The original creators was this dude on YouTube where they was just doing some random reactive videos. They gave women balloons and that was popular just like that. And they was doing it for fun. So Artette and BM end up using that, right? Keep in mind, like I told y'all earlier about the original content creator, then another content creator do what's known as transformative content. BM and Artette did exactly that. They end up literally transform what was originally done, repurpose it, and create it into their own being, their own show. Now, a lot of people didn't know that didn't transpire. They thinking that Artette and BM were the original creators of this content. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So this end up creating this whole controversy with what's going on with Pop the Balloon. A matter of fact, let me share this with you so y'all can also understand why the Reactor channels is reacting to it the way that they are. All right. So let me share this with y'all. Artette had put out this on her channel. Okay. She said this. She said this as recently, a Reactor channel ran our video through their content ID system, and we got hit with a copyright claim on our own video. Producing this content takes a lot of work and organization, so as you can imagine, this was a major setback and a huge issue to sort out. And I'm gonna go into details about what they're talking about, all right? This was a reminder of how important it is to protect our work. So here's what we're doing next. We partner with Venture Limited to manage our content and monetization on our channels. We're launching a revenue share program for reactors. If if you create reaction content and want to stay in the loop and earn from it, apply through the link in the description box of the latest upload video that they did. And they said, if selected, you would get a response by email. We look forward to reviewing your submission. Now, I want y'all to understand this. They saying that they partnered with Venture Limited. Arlette is making it seem like that they just recently did this. That is wrong. They have partnered with Venture Limited almost 3 or 4 weeks ago. Almost 3 or 4 weeks ago, they partnered with them. So by them putting out this disclaimer now, they let you know that they are not being cool with, you know what I'm saying, how the way they handling the situation. Every content creator that got a copyright claim, right, including me, right, they didn't know and put this in. From a matter of fact, look, if you look at their community wall, right, they didn't put out no warning, nothing like that. As a matter of fact, they barely put anything on their community wall to begin with in the first place. So they didn't put out no disclaimer say, hey, I appreciate everyone for watching, you know, our show and stuff, right? But we want to put out the disclaimer to the Reactor channels. We want to put out the disclaimer that we partnered with this company. This company is going to issue out a claim on your video. So what are we going to do is this. We are going to issue out a program for y'all. We're literally going to issue out a program where you have the option to share the revenue out with us. That's how the way they should have had did it, but they didn't do that at all. They remained quiet. There were channels such as Tipperdale, Kikes, who literally reached out to them, emailed them, explained to them, like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Why are we getting a copy claim on our videos now? They didn't respond back. So I'm gonna show y'all the reason why they didn't respond back, and the reason why I'm calling bullshit on all this, all right? And the reason why I tell y'all that these African tethers is not for us. They never was for us. All they do is capitalize on the struggles of Black Americans. That's what they do. That's all they do all the time. But let me show y'all this. This is Venture Limited. This is the company, all right? This is the company that they partner with. The reason why I want to share this with y'all, because I particularly want to share their services. Now, when I share the services with you, you're going to understand why they did what they did. Okay. They got different services. They got channel funding, content ID, and creators pay. Let's go into it so we can learn more about it. Channel funding. Channel funding is this. Channel funding deals can provide revenue you need to reach your goals and unlock creativities by accessing the value of your YouTube catalog. This is how it works. Get connected. You easily link your YouTube channel with us through your Google authorized system to receive an offer today. Upfront payment. Receive an upfront payment quickly based on your YouTube channel's catalog of content. Flexible deals. Our dedicated data team will craft an offer tailored to your channel and specific needs. You retain full rights to your content IP. We only do what? Claim the AdSense revenue from the catalog you chosen from the term. So in other words, they literally sold their channel to this company. They literally sold their channel to this company. So this is pretty much what they did. They got an offer from this company. This company said, "Hey, y'all got 1 million something subscribers and different things like that, right? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna offer you this X amount of money. Okay, we're gonna offer you this X amount of money in return. In return, we want to claim your AdSense revenue." So whatever AdSense revenue that they earn from YouTube is automatically going to be claimed through this company. Hence, the reason why when I was showing y'all the copyrights and different things like that, it is this company that's claiming the revenue because they want to get paid for the services that they give it to BM and Artette. So, in other words, this is how the way it works. It is as though they had taken out a loan through this company. This company gave them a certain amount of money, right? In return, they are literally getting back the loan that they received. It's kind of like, in a weird sense, like you know how people want to do like a payday loan or whatever, right? And they have a certain interest on the payday loan. You can get this money up front, but you have to pay through it through a certain period of time, and through the payday loan, right, or through title loans as well too. You give up your title, you give up the rights to your vehicle, but you have to pay on it a certain amount of time. If you don't pay on it on a certain amount of time, or you refuse to pay on it, or if you breach that contract, right, then they have every rights to claim that channel. That's literally what happened to them. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because, in the same token, they went out and did a same type of similar deal with YouTube. I mean, not with YouTube, but with Netflix. Netflix did the same deal where they say, "Hey, we are going to take your idea, right, or pop the balloon, and we're going to repurpose it. We're going to give you this amount of money so we can do this. But what we're going to do in return is that we're going to name you as the executive producers of the show, right? But we're going to do the show the way that we want to do the show." And they paid them a certain amount of money to do that. They said, okay. And they did it. Now, this last part, it said transparency. We are here to guide through every steps of the process and provide ongoing support throughout the entire team, offer insights, analysis, industry connections along the way. That's how this thing works. Look, check this out. Who qualifies for this? You have to have at least $3,000 in monthly AdSense income. Wow.
That's bullshit.
You have to have 2 million monthly views on average. You have to have 12 months of pre-existing channel library. So they literally sold their channel to this company to get even more money. So riddle me this. If you already is earning 1 million subscribers right now on YouTube, just on YouTube alone, you're earning 1 million subscribers, all right? Why would you want to sacrifice that and literally go to a company and pay this company, well, allow this company to literally give you a loan? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, in fact, you know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all this. Hold up. Let me pull this. What is it? Damn, what's the name of that thing? I forgot what's the name of that. But it's a one page where it shows the content, the YouTube content creators channels and stuff. I forgot what's the name of it. I guess we do two, buddy. Let's do two, buddy. Mm-mm-mm. Give me one moment, y'all, while I get up there. Is it two, buddy? Damn, what's the name of that thing? What's the name of that thing where people could go in here and check they what's we call it? I don't know why I can't think of it right now. I didn't went on there before, but I'll put it up later. I'll put it up later when I think about it. But there's a thing on here. No, not vidIQ, Gail. Not vidIQ is another one. Not vidIQ. There's another one that shows the revenue of the actual channel, and I can't think of it right now. But we could check with vidIQ, I think. Let me see. Let me see. No, it's not showing me what I want them to show. Because on vidIQ, it only shows they numbers that they're producing, but it don't show the actual money that you can earn on there. But I forgot. So I'll think about it later. But anyway. So Social Blade, yeah, Social Blade. Thank you, Gail. Appreciate it. It's Social Blade. Social Blade. Appreciate you. Mm, 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 mm. AMULI. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. We're going to do this. Search. Alrighty. All right, we got them. All right, so let me go ahead and pull the screen real quick so y'all can see this. All right. All right, so this is a channel on Social Blade. All right. So look, this is how much they are estimated to earn every month on their channel. They estimated to earn between 3.8K to 61K a month on their channel. So question, if they are averaging this on their AdSense, on their ad revenue and stuff, this between this amount, why in the hell would they want to go to another channel, well, go to this person right here and take out a loan? That doesn't make any sense to me for them to do this. And then to top it off, right, they only profiting off of this on their own. Other reaction channels are no longer going to profit it off of this at all, period. So why would they do that? Every video is estimated to earn this amount or more. So why would they do that? Crazy. The reason why, y'all, is this. The reason why is because what I told y'all about these African tethers. I told y'all that these African tethers do not care nothing about Black Americans. All they care about is gaining money and stuff for themselves. That's where it boils down to. That's all that they care about. That's all that they ever cared about. That's all they ever cared about. I have pointed this out. I had pointed this out about months ago how the way they content was going, because in the beginning when I was reviewing the pop the balloon shows and stuff, right, it just seemed like, innocent, harmless fun and different things like that, right? Didn't even think much about that. Didn't even think much about that at all, period. But I started noticing subtle changes. I started noticing that uh Arlette start doing certain things where when they be interviewing the people, when the people, popping their balloons, right, Arlette start going into more details to my, well, why did you pop them? And the person said, well, I'm just not attracted to you. Well, can you want to specify why you ain't attracted to him? And I started looking at it like, why do she want to go into more detail about that? She already said that he or she is not attracted to that person. What more do you want? And I started thinking about that. Later on, during the first reunion, well, actually the second reunion show that they did, right, BM has said something about that. He said, yeah, I tell Arlette to do that. I tell Arlette to do that for the sole purpose of bringing more content or bringing more reaction, bringing more, controversy to the show. Now, keep in mind, the whole intentions that they originally said that the show was for people to find love. Is it really for people to find love, or is it for entertainment? But slowly but steady, this show started becoming more about entertainment than about people who find love. Case in point, they start inviting people on the show, right? And I have pointed this out too. I like, hold up. Why are they inviting certain people on the show? Why they not inviting those normal average people on the show? Why are they going to IG models? Why are they going into actors as well too to invite on the show? Why are they inviting other content creators on the show as well too? If this show is geared towards finding love, it would make sense for them to find somebody who's truly out there trying to find love, like people who on online dating sites or whatever, trying to literally find love, but they wasn't doing that. And I called that out. I say, man, that is some bullcrap. This seems weird. But let me show y'all this too. I'm gonna go back to this thing. Let me share this with y'all. Now look, check this out. Oops, my bad. Check this out. They also talk about this content ID system. What ended up happening is this. Another content creator had literally put a claim out on their own video. That's ultimately what happened. Now, the thing about it is this. I believe that a content creator had trolled them. A content creator had got upset because they was no longer monetized, right? And they decided to issue out their own copyright claim to teach Arlette and BM a lesson. That's what happened. And so when they end up doing a episode, right, they end up getting hit with the very content claim ID that they was doing to everybody else. That's why I honestly believe what happened. They try to make it seem as though that this happened a long time ago. If that happened a long time ago, then why they didn't say that a long time ago? The reason why is because it didn't happen a long time ago. The reason why is because they literally partnered up with this company. And the company the one who did that. Because it's the company who wants the assets, the money. That's the reason why. So they're trying to make it seem as though, oh man, the real reason is because this content creator did that. No, it was a content creator that got mad at them and trolled them and it literally issued out a copyright claim on them. And so they put this out. And so look here, they said this. They said we're launching a revenue share program for reactors. If you create reaction content and want to stay in the loop and earn from it, apply through the link in the description in our latest upload. Now, I want to share this with y'all. I want to share y'all this actual form. And this actual form is something else, all right? This is the actual form that they are sharing with people. This is a revenue share program application. Check this out. It said this. Thank you for the interest in joining our official revenue share program for content creators and reactors. To be considered, please complete the form in full. The program offers a 60-40 revenue, a 60-40 revenue split in favor of the reactor. I'm going to let y'all know right now that that's some absolute bullshit.
That's bullshit.
And I'm explaining to y'all a little bit why. Please note, participation is subject to approval at our sole discretion. You will be required to acknowledge and adhere to the content usage guideline outlined below. If selected, you will get a response by email. We look forward to reviewing your submission. So, in other words, they want to literally not partner with the reaction channel. They literally want to hire the reaction channel. They want to hire the reaction channel and pay them a low head cost for them to react to their content. That's pretty much what they're saying. So that's pretty much what they're doing. They literally want to hire these reactor channels. Reactors must adhere to the following terms to qualify for revenue sharing. Violators resort in the cancellation of participation in the sharing program. Now, here are they terms. Contestant protection clause. Reactors may only comment on behavior presented on the show. They may not encourage or personally participate in harassment campaign, which includes visiting contestant social platforms to attack or assort them, doxing or exposing out-show personal details. Now, I have a problem with this, y'all. I have a problem with this. The reason why I have a problem with this is because Artette and BM, they are the one on their show who literally show these contestants socials. They show their IG accounts every single episode. So to be quite honest with you, they the one who literally low-key dox these contestants. Facts. They the one who did that. They the one who put their information out there. Because if they never had put their information out there, no one would have never knew who they were. So they the one who put their socials out there, not the reactor channels. The reactor channels is only reactor to it. A matter of fact, case in point, one of the channels that been doing this, besides myself, because I didn't did it too, but another channel who been doing it a lot is MTR. What MTR do is this. He'll go on to people's IG page and he'll react to the contestants' IG page. He'll react to it. He say, man, you know what I'm saying? This woman may be for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
He'll say different things like that. Now, by him reacting that way, that doesn't mean that he's harassing them or anything like that, or he's encouraging people to attack them. A matter of fact, every video that MTR put out, right, he literally put that disclaimer out there and trying to encourage his viewers to, hey, don't be going on there, sit up here trolling them and doing all these different things like that. This is solely just me reacting. Nope, nothing more, nothing less. In fact, these same people went onto MTR channel, right? They either would try to interview with MTR or they would get on there and say, well, I don't like what you said about me, blah, 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 blah. And they'll sit up here and say things like, well, I'm going to sue you, MTR. But the dude is only reacting to what they put out there. So by them putting this out here, right, that is not the reactor channel's fault. That is their fault. BM and Artette put their information out there. So that is not their fault that that's happening. Now, this whole doxing part, yeah, I agree with them because y'all know how the way I stand on doxing and cyberbullying. So I agree with them on that part. Now, in this second part, it's talking about respect and non-defamation clause. It say reactors may critique the show content, but cannot defame or spread misinformation about either BM or Artette as public figures, the Pop the Balloon brand as it relates to BM or Artette. Accusations are narrative twisting that harms the reputation. So, in other words, they're literally sitting up here doing cleanup work. That's what they're doing. They're saying, hey, if you want to use our content, that's fine, but you got to want to play ball with us. So another thing that you can't do is that you can't sit up here and do reactions saying that you don't agree with what we're doing. Like, case in point, what I'm doing. You can't put out content like that. If you put out content like that, then you violate our clause, and you no longer can participate in the ad services. But here's the thing that I want to let y'all know, and this for the content creators, right? And the reactors. Wording is very important, okay? Once again, wording is very important. They say reactors may critique the show content, but cannot defame or spread misinformation. Why is this important? The reason why it's important is this. As long as you're spreading information that is true, then guess what? That is not considered as misinformation. Misinformation is when you see a spreading stuff that is totally false. You're creating a false narrative. Like, say, for example, you want to spread in a rumor that BM and Artette are divorced. That's misinformation. That's not true. But if you spread the information that is true, dealing with the show, like, say, for example, Artette sent up here encouraging people to go into details about why they don't why they popped the balloon, then that's not misinformation. That is facts that she actually did that. Or BM saying that he think the reacted channels and stuff, right? That's not misinformation. That's facts because he said that. So I'm just throwing it out there for those of y'all who want to participate in this. The third part, it said the platform integrity clause. It said no use of your content to promote what? Hate speech, harassment, or bullying, misogynistic, racist, or slander. Now, here's a big problem that I have, right? I noticed that they put misogynistic in here, right? I'm curious to want to know why they didn't throw out misandry as well, too. Why they didn't throw misandry in this? They only said misogynistic. I'm curious about that. The last part, credit and visibility. Reactors must credit the official show and the channel, which, to be honest with y'all, every Reactor channel should have been doing this to begin with in the first place, which to give credit to the show. Now, there are different ways how you can give credit to the show, all right? There are many different ways how you could do this. The first way is that you could go into the description box, and within the description box, you can add the credit, which they got put down here, include the original video link in the description. That's one way how you do that. Another way how you could give credit to the show is by literally letting people know that this is the original show. Okay? You could do that by either having some type of display showing that, hey, this is the original show. It could be a display, it could be a banner or anything like that showing that this is the original show in your video. And you giving credit to the original source. And the last part is say include a disclaimer that you are part of the official revenue sharing program. Then here they want you to sign up for it and all this stuff there. The reason why I say that this whole entire thing is bullshit and stuff, right, is because even in this share program, right, y'all got to keep in mind with this. I already showed y'all that this company that they with, right, they're already taking their assets as it is, right? So this company want their money. it is going to be virtually impossible for this company to meet with the content creators where they could get a 60-40 split. That company do not want no 60-40 split. They don't. They want their money. So it's going to be less than a 60-40 split. And then on top of that, you as a reactor channel, right? You can't even be authentic in your reactions. You have to react to it how the way they want you to react to it. Is that fair? No, that's not fair at all. No. Then on top of that, right, they saying that, hey, we're going to select certain channels to do this as well too. So in other words, they're going to, how the way they're going to do this, right? They're going to select certain type of channels that they know that they could get free promotion from. Channels such as Tipperdale, channels such as Kites, if they decide to be part of this program, right? These higher reactor channels, you know what I'm saying? Even with MTR, if he decided to do this, right? These different higher channels, right? They want to get free promotion, free advertisement through them. In return, these dudes is not going to get nothing at all. Heard? Nothing. So to be quite honest with y'all, if you're a reactor channel, I will literally just game over this whole entire one, pop the balloon with BM and Artette. I really would. Because I believe that it's the reactor channels, they're not going to react to it like how the way I'm gonna react to it. They're not going to be real about it like how the way I'm gonna be real about it, because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn. Because I don't have to react to that stuff. I was only doing it because people wanted me to do it. I don't have to do it. But check this out. The truth of the matter is this. BM and Artette, these African tethers, literally played y'all. This is what they do. I told y'all months ago that they're literally capitalizing on Black American struggles. Their whole concept of pop the balloon is not to help people find love. It is for entertainment. I have watched other African channels and stuff, right, where they do other content. There's a couple of African channels, right, where it be this woman, she's in the gym, right, and she's reacting to other people in the gym and doing things like that, right, and she react to it. Check this out. She only react to American struggles of being at the gym. She rarely shows anything that's happening in her country. Case in point, even with Artette and BM, and I pointed this out too, even with Artette and BM, they don't be reacting to things that's happening in their country that they're from. There's a reasoning behind that. The reason behind that is that at the end of the day, they look at us as being buffoons. They look at us as being retarded. They look at us being as entertainment, and they look at us to capitalize on the resources that we give them. There's an old saying, all Black folks is not kin folks, and I'm letting y'all know right now that that saying is true. All Black folks is not kin folks, y'all. The people over there who are part of that, who are African, who are Congolese, who are Nigerians, Egyptians, different people over there like that, I'm telling y'all that they don't like us like that. They only utilize our resource so they could gain from us. That's ultimately what they do. I have said this too. I like, look, if they came up with this concept of pop the balloon, right, why they just didn't leverage that in their own country in Africa? Why they didn't do an African pop the balloon? Why they didn't do that? Why was it important for them to come over here into America, over here to Arizona, and do a pop the balloon and start hiring all these actors and IG models to do the show? Why was it important for them to literally get these fake people to come on the show as well too? Not real people. Why was that important? Because at the end of the day, that show is not about love. It never was. It's about pointing out the obvious truth. The obvious truth is that we have an issue in our Black community in America with dealing with relationships. We do. Over here on the lounge, people over here get mad at me all the time when I be talking about this, but it's a method behind my madness. The reason why I talk about this is because I'm pointing out the issues that we deal with over here with dating and relationships, where the divorce rate is high over here. They know that. So instead of them offering solutions and resources, right, they decide to capitalize off of entertainment purposes to show y'all that, hey, we're offering a data show so you could go out and find the person that you love. How in the hell can you go on this show, right, find love? You only have less than 3 seconds to vet out that person. Less than 3 seconds to vet out that person. How in the world are you going to find out more about that person within 3 seconds? Then even then, if you don't like how the way the person look, if you don't like how the way the person talk, if you don't like how the person is dressed, they'll immediately pop the balloon. Then right afterward, here's all that. So you want to tell people why you popped the balloon? They don't sound funny. How's that helping us out in the Black community? But yet it's still us in the Black community, right, in America. We sit up here literally allowing them to entertain us. We sit up here literally allowing them to pimp us. When are we going to say enough is enough with all this, man? When are we going to say it's enough with this? So to be quite honest with y'all, to be quite truthful, every Reactor channel and stuff, right, that reacted to BM and Artette, I would respectfully decline this Red Revenue program because you're not going to benefit nothing out of it, period. If I was a Reactor channel, I would literally be truthful and honest with them and tell them straight up how the way you feel for real. I would. Tell them straight up and be real about it. Like, hey, I sit up here literally put in this work and gave you free advertisement of your product, and this how the way you did me?
That's bullshit.
This is how the way you did me? I bet. This would be one of them moments of time where I would literally tell content creators, hey, y'all need to do videos and expose them for real. For how the way they are. Go back on their videos and stuff, right? And catch every little key point where they were sitting up here doing all this subtle stuff. And expose them for what they are. That's what I would do. Instead of allowing them to sit up here and take advantage of you like that. That's crazy. Then on top of that, they never, and I mean they never responded back to these content creators. They never gave out no public apology or anything like that. They never said, hey, look, I am so sorry or anything like that. They never said that. The reason why is because this is something that they want to do all along. And they use y'all. They use y'all for content. They use y'all to push out their content. That's what they did. One thing about me as being a content creator is this. I'm not the type of content creator that'll go around and issue out copyright claims or even copyright strikes on my content. The reason why is because I understand the nature of the business. I understand in order for you to get something, it has to be an even trade out. Meaning that by me producing the content and stuff, right, I have to allow the people who are reacting, you know what I'm saying, to react to my content. The best way for you to do that is allow for them to react to it where they could get something out of it. Now, the only exception to the rule, if they literally sit up here use my video and don't have no transformative value on it whatsoever, that's different. Then yeah, that's a copyright strike. But if you're doing it and it's being transformative and you promoting me out there, why not do that? I don't see nothing wrong with that. Why do it? Let them do it. Where it's an even exchange. They're getting monetized and paid for it. We're getting monetized and paid for it as well too. But once again, that's how I hate to say, that's how we are as melanated people, is that we always want to be about ourselves instead of be about each other. Or we only be about our immediate circle and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And then we don't want to work together to make this thing happen. I'm just saying. So let me go through these comments and stuff. Y'all let me know what y'all think about my assessment of this whole entire thing, this pop the balloon thing. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. So let me go through the comments. Once again, I appreciate everyone tuning in to the stream. I see y'all out in the building. Gail, I see you in the building. Appreciate you. Nico as well too. Appreciate you. Scorpio Mama in the building. Lionel, I see you. Appreciate you. South Pacific Reader in the building. I've got OSD in the building as well too. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the show. And we got Stray Godzilla 22 Ronin. What's up with it? Appreciate you as well too. So let's get into these comments and we're gonna call it for what it is, y'all. I'm just saying. We're gonna call it for what it is. So Nico said this. Finally, we're talking about this. It's an exploitation. I agree with you. I agree. She cleaned up the ratchetness after she got the fashion over deals, though. Facts. I only did one video and got a copyright claim. Yes. And Gail said, hey, look like you lost some weight, Urban. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that, Gail. Scorpio, she said this when I was doing the reaction of the video. She literally said this for real. She like, Urban, I don't like them pop the balloon videos anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they're liars and all the stuff. She told me that every single time I did reaction videos on it. Then in the next week version flop. Yep, because it's some bullshit. Absolutely. It is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what else we got. The OSD was so with it again, bro. Yeah, Social Blade. I appreciate y'all. I don't know why I could think of Social Blade earlier, y'all. But let me see. Scroll down. All right. So Gail, she said this. By the time you get through the math, it won't even be worth it. And that's facts. It's facts. It won't even be worth it. It won't be worth it. And they know that. They know that. And finally, Ronnie, he said, man, great observation. Which is facts. So once again, y'all, if you're a Reactor channel, right, and you're watching this video right now, I just want to challenge y'all to do y'all due diligence on this pop the balloon controversy with BM and all that. I want to challenge y'all to do this. As a matter of fact, go back and just watch their videos. Matter of fact, you could go back and watch the reunion episodes to make it easy. You go back and watch the reunion episodes just to make it easy. Go watch the reunion episodes. Listen to what they were saying. Even on the reunion episodes, them actors that they had over there, right? Them actors was literally low key exposing them, was saying that everything was scripted and fake. Y'all remember when I did a reaction, right, on Pop the Balloon, and I was talking about one of the ladies on there. I called the lady 13th floor. Y'all remember that? Those of y'all who's tuned into this channel, I called this lady 13th floor. So on the reunion episode, right, and they did a separate reaction episode where they invited the people on and stuff, right? I had exposed to y'all that 13th floor was literally exposing BM and Artette and telling them for what it was, because BM and Artette had an issue with 13th floor. because 13th Floor didn't want to do certain things that they wanted her to do. And one of 13th Floor biggest issue is that she didn't want to date someone who was outside of where she was at, outside another state. BM and Artette kept getting on her about that, right? Well, you the one who signed up for the show, and when you signed up for the show, you agreed that you could date somebody who's outside the state. That's bullshit. She could date whoever the hell she wants to, and she could turn down whoever the hell she wants to. What you talking about?
That's bullshit.
What are you talking about? So they had got on 13th Floor about that. It's all right. And so 13th Floor started exposing them, low-key exposing them, start throwing subtle things out there like, sure, well, this is what y'all told me to do. Said subtle stuff like that. And so they got mad and upset about that. They did. Even Aaron the plumber was saying subtle things about that Pop the Balloon episode and stuff too. Like, bro, it ain't what y'all think it is. It gave me exposure and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't what y'all really think it is. And then on top of that, they sit up here having all these weird people coming on there. But it's supposed to be a data show. Y'all remember the episode they had people who was dressed up, right? Coming on there. Dude looking like an African prince. They had Old Boy, and I did a video on Old Boy. He's a content creator. The dude was wearing a wig and stuff, coming on there, knowing good and well he's a content creator, right? But yet still, they say that that they doing the show to find love. They lying to y'all. So if you're a Reactor channel, man, I was respectfully decline this share service, right? And call them out on that bullshit. Call them out on how the way they literally use y'all to get up to 1 million views. They use y'all to get up to 1 million views, 1 million subscribers, and now they feel like they're on top of the world, and they said respectfully, fuck y'all. That's pretty much what they said. Respectfully, fuck y'all. So I'll say the same as that thing. Forget you too. Forget you too. Gail say this, YouTube already take 30% as well, then you got to split with them? No. And that's facts. That's facts. Because look, check this out, Gail. Now once again, they are referencing the YouTube original AdSense and stuff, right? That's what they're referencing about the 60-40 split. So I know what they're talking about. So what they're not telling you is that this company that they're with, they're not going to give you that split like how the way you think they're going to do it, because they want their money. Now, it's different if it been strictly Artette in them doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, for example, with me. It'd be different as you use my content and I put you on to the share part of the program, right? And it's actually my content. There's a direct link between me and the other reacting channel. That's different. But there's a third party involved. The third party involved is the company. Venture Unlimited, wherever the hell this company is, and they want their money. So you're not gonna get a little bit of nothing out of that because they want their money. So they're like, say, y'all go. I mean, they're like these reaction channels. Y'all could. I mean, y'all do what you do. Y'all, if you feel like you want to still do what you do, go ahead and do it. Like they're like, say, I was watching Tippendale. I was watching Kites, and I was watching them explain to it. Now Tippendale, Buddy, he really do feel some type of way about that, for real. He really do, which respectfully, he should feel some type of way about that, because Tippendale was one of the ones who really started reacting to their content and blew it up. That Kites was doing the same thing. But the one thing about with Kites is this. Kites is trying to be more what I call diplomatic about the situation. See, to me, there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and place to be diplomatic about it. Then there's a time to be real about it. This particular time is to be real about it. The time to be diplomatic about it, if BM and Artette would have did their due diligence and would have respectfully told these reaction channels their intentions before they even did it. Now, some people say this, well, it is their content. These reaction channels don't deserve no explanation. True. Understandable. But If you're dealing with a business, right, and everybody is doing a business check transaction, it's more respectable for a good form of business that you're communicating about your product. Like, say, for example, with Apple. What if Apple would all of a sudden did a patch on everybody on product without letting people know that they're doing a patch on it? And let's say, that patch that screwed up everybody on a product on Apple and people trying to find out what's going on. How would you feel about that? You'll be like, man, what the hell? What's going on? Why is this happening on my phone or my computer or whatever? You will want an explanation. Same thing with this situation. The reaction channels want an explanation. They didn't give them no explanation. None whatsoever. So that, to me, that is bad business. That's bad business. And for people to think like that, like, well, I don't owe you an explanation, they let you know what type of business person they are. They let you know where their mentality is at. And last but not least, like I say, that let people know that they don't even care about you because they couldn't even respectfully enough apologize. That's the crazy part, is that they couldn't get on none of their socials like they did on here, right? They couldn't even get on their socials to even remotely apologize for the inconvenience and let people know. So like I say, if you're a reaction channel, I'll respectfully not do this thing. I will not suck up to them, and I'll literally do reactions on this. Like how I'm doing right now, I'll literally do reactions on their content for real. Not the pop balloon, but exposing them for the bullshit that they did. To let them know. So they won't be separate capitalizing on y'all subscribers, because that's ultimately what they're doing. I'm just saying. But when you do it, you don't have to do it in a way where you trying to dox them and doing all this weird stuff where it becomes cyberbullying, where it goes against YouTube community guidelines and standards. But that's how the way I see it, y'all. Y'all let me know what you think about this. Y'all let me know about my perspective on this. Do you agree with this or you disagree with this? Do you believe that the move that BM and Artette has did with their brand, do you believe that it was a respectable move or was it disrespectful? You know what I'm saying? Will you continue to watch the Pop the Balloon brand after the situation has happened? Or you don't even care? It don't matter to you? Y'all let me know in the comment section about how the way you feel about this. Shout out to everyone who catching this also in the replay as well too. And I will see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out.